Fucking god damn it! I gotta take screenshots too. Don't have Coop this week. Son of a bitch. Hello everyone, and welcome to IndyHog round number 3 at Barber Motorsports Park. Let's go through the lineup, switching it up, inverting it. Did I say Moto 3, Moto 2? All right, on the right and then the left, it's going to be Matt, then Armada, Camby, Roman, Slaunch, Soul, Detail, and Luke in the back row. Did I say Moto 3? Kind of feel like I did. But regardless, so we're doing 11 laps, 23 checkpoints again. Rolling starts in IndyHog, and we're green. Oh! That was a close call. I don't know if Matt thought he got too close to the rock or what, but a little evasive maneuvers there. 3 wide. Oh, maybe double 3 wides already on the opening lap. Whoever that is on the inside trying to get their nose in there. This is a great opening lap. Holy crap. 3 wide, 2 wide, 3 wide into the tight hairpin on the track, and they keep it going. They keep it going. Now it's a 3 wide with a couple singles. And yeah, the battling throughout like the whole track on this one, I love the way it goes. Like, it's crazy how it plays out. Oh, I think, oh my god, it was Armada with the spin out, and then he gets cheesed into the rock and hits the full flip. That's just insult to injury. I don't know, I might have interrupted myself and not finished my point last race. Maybe I did, I don't remember, but yeah, Armada on the mouse and keyboard, not used to it. And he's trying his best this week. He's trying his best. I don't know if it was, I don't know why, I don't know what was going on with this controller, but something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. Don't remember what it was. Things have settled out a little bit. Not as, oh, that was a close call there too. Luke on top of Matt's rear. Don't quote that for a little bit. But that was a little close. And that's the thing with that part. I'm surprised we didn't see that happen more during the race. That part of the track, you get airtime. I mean, there's a few spots on this track like that, but you get airtime. And I'm honestly surprised that didn't happen more. It's like very possible, specifically in that part of the track, that you could like, you know, get slammed on top of somebody and then just like lose it. Surprised it didn't happen more, because you get airtime in this upcoming section as well, but especially in that other section, you get quite a bit of airtime here on this road course. So that's something that's not always the case with these. You know, usually pretty 4 wheels to the ground. But I had some fun with it. I put some airtime in this track, so had some fun with it there. Camby leading early on. Slaunch had a bit of a look there, but falling back to second now, or settling for it rather. Trying to see. Okay, yeah, so it is Slaunch. And then, okay, so Roman up to third as well. So Camby, Slaunch, and Roman. And then I think it's already Detail fourth, and then Soul, and then Luke. That's what it is. Oh, shit! Big cheese in the front. We gotta... Oh, that timing is unfortunate. Big cheese in the front. Let's take a look at this. Camby going for a tumble. And yeah, this chicane was... There's tough parts in this track. This was the tough part of the track. This bit a lot of people. This part right here. And that totally made sense to me. This part is tricky. Camby just trying to get all he could out of the hog, and just a little too deep. And, yeah, that's just a brutal flip. Slaunch and Roman are going to slip by. Detail's going to go by. Soul's going to go by. Luke as well. Oh, I respect that. Camby, don't see that too often. I respect that. Camby with the stoppage right there to let Matt get through as well. Pits opening up on the next lap. But yeah, Camby, that's brutal, because Camby had a decent start and then kind of lost it in the first race, and then that was a great start out of Camby there, and it had good potential, and that flip's obviously going to cost him. It's really hard to come back, you know, from those flips in the hogs. I like the hogs, you know, but admittedly, one of the things with the hogs as opposed to the gooses is I still will always say I think the hogs, in terms of just like actual skill gap, are just better on H2A than the gooses. I think they're just better. But one of the downsides is that the wheel-to-wheel racing and the mistakes as well, like that stuff's a lot tougher. And that's one of the nice things about the gooses, is that it's a little bit easier to manage and a little bit easier to come back from as well. But yeah, I do think the hogs are more satisfying to, like, how would I put it? I do think the hogs are more satisfying to, like, master a track on this game, though, specifically this game, and they're just so unique. And I think they make a lot of sense for this IndyHog series. Like, I wouldn't have done, although there's other stuff we could do with the gooses in the future, Lamau. I wouldn't have done this IndyHog series. Oh wow, that was a brutal cheese right there for detail. Just, I don't know what happened, if he got stuck with Roman in front of him or whatever, but either way, now it's going to be a double pit cheese. Pits are open this lap, so Luca Detail going to bite here, and maybe, oh, the entire backpack as well. 5 drivers. Let's try to take a look at this. 5 drivers to the pits. Detail going to get back in front of Luke in the pits, and then these 3 guys all going for it back there as well. I like that. That might be the most action that we've seen on one lap in the pits yet in the season. 5 drivers on that first. Oh! Yeah, Armada and Matt. That might have been what they were telling me to catch. They trying to get everything that they could, and I was talking about it in the first moto, trying to get everything that they could on pit road, and went a little too hard at the end there. That was pretty funny. I was saying it, the pit road is a skill gap. Like, it's not just the actual pit on this track. Like, the actual hitting the pit road at full speed is freaking hard on Barber. Like, I'm telling you, it is not easy. Like, there is time to be made there. So now, with that move, Luke got by Detail, but Detail did go for a quicker, you know, less shooty shoot in the pits, so he gets in front of him here, and then we're going to see how this works out. These top 3 guys did not go for the pits, so Roman, Slaunch, and Soul all up here did not go for the pit. But now they will. Roman and First will go for a pit. Slaunch is going to stay out. Overcut time. Soul and Slaunch go in. Detail goes in as well. Luke on the overcut as well. Oh, it's going to be close. Okay, not too bad on that entrance there. Soul going for his. Getting a lot of shots out on that one. Detail going for his final one. I think, yeah, it should be Soul for his first. So this is, I believe so. So Soul going in for his first there. And this just goes to show how big these pits work out, because Detail potentially with some open air, but Soul going in and coming out right in front of him. So now we're gonna have a battle on track, which is honestly probably not what either of these drivers wanted. We're gonna see how it plays out here. We're gonna see how it plays out here. Soul holding. This is another difficult part of the track. I don't know what to call this. It's a little less. Oh man, Soul spins out brutally, and Detail's gonna go on by, and I think Soul lets him cheese it there because he cheesed it so hard. But yeah, that was a brutal time conk right there. That's gonna cost both drivers a lot right there. They're gonna have to try to regain from that one. It's gonna open up some big gaps for these guys in the top 3. So it's Slaunch out to the lead now, and remember, Slaunch did not go for a pit yet. So, oh wow. Slaunch on no pits, Luke on 1 pit there, and Roman going for his final pit here is what we're witnessing. That right there going to be his final pit, and he should come out comfortably in front of Detail and Soul. Again, I think he has to do another one. Detail should be done, unless I missed Soul's pit on the first cycle, which I don't think I did, but maybe I did. But yeah, a lot of these drivers getting it out of the way early, and then maybe saving later. Matt and Armada. Matt beating him out so far. Maybe having a good battle there with each other. See how they can work out that one. But yeah, as you can see, with the pit strategy coming into play, a lot of drivers on different strategies. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of variance here. And we're going to see how these play out. I love it. I honestly love it. Like, the thing with the Jokers is, like, I don't know. I think what I like about these pits is that bullet control, because it doesn't, I don't know, like, when you're racing, it doesn't feel like it makes that big of a difference, but then when we watch the VODs here, I think it's, like, very, very apparent how much of a difference it makes in the strategy. And I still like the Jokers, don't get me wrong, but I really like I think this is the best pit system that we've had. Genuinely, again, it'd have to be different on the ovals. It'd have to be different because of cautions and stuff. Like it works because of no cautions. It'd be weird to have it this way with cautions. I mean, you could do it, but it'd be kind of weird. But specifically for the road course, street course, no caution racing, I really, really like this pit system, and I think it works really well for these, and I like the different strategies that we have coming out. I like these slow burn races too, because you know that these guys are really separated right now, but you also know that a lot of them are in different strategies. Yeah, Soul goes for a second there. But you know that a lot of them are on different strategies right now, and you don't know when that's gonna combine. And again, it's one of those things for racers too. It's nice to watch in the race when everybody gets some clean air, because that doesn't always, without pits, that wouldn't always, and most of the time just straight up would not happen on these road course and street course races. So it's kind of nice to see everybody get some clean air and almost get like some quali laps in and try to put in their best laps. And then have it matter too, like have it work out to a place where they, they try to get in front of each other on an undercut or an overcut, try to get in front of one another, get some good laps in, get some track position that way, or try to get the track position through the pits even, and not the laps ran on track, take advantage of like battles happening, whatnot, stuff like that. I think it's cool to see. Slaunch fixing it there, making the adjustment. I like that, going in for his first pit, and you could tell he was prepared for it. He was prepared for it. So I think Luke definitely the on-track leader at this point, because Slaunch and Luke both for one pit. Definitely both have taken one pit. Although it is going to matter, because again, Roman and Detail here, and it looks like Detail is closing in that gap. This is going to get spicy. It's going to be close. It depends how long the pit is, but I think Luke's probably got Roman cleared at this point. But honestly, Slaunch and Roman might be pretty close, and Detail's gaining on that as well. And they're both done, and Slaunch has that one more pit to take. So again, this is one of those slow burns, like where we're watching these drivers put in these laps, right? They're trying to gain time. They're trying to make up on these gaps right now, because in a few laps, and the pits are closing soon, so it's going to be a few laps. It's not going to be long. Again, one of the interesting parts of this race is the track is so long, the lap count is so short, the pits are not open for a very long time. So it doesn't surprise me that we had that lap where everybody pit on the same lap. Like, that's going to happen. I think was it Roman? He might have even had a rough run in the chicane there. It's hard to tell. We'll go on board with Slaunch, because he's going to have to make that last pit here soon. Well, they're both going to have to do it. They're both going to have to do it. And I think, so Luke going in. Yeah, Slaunch is going to stay out. So Slaunch going to stay out for his last possible lap. Here we go. Leaders going in for their last pits. We'll see Luke do his last one here. We'll see Slaunch do his last one on the next lap around. There it is. Nice, quick. All the bullets and out for Luke. So he will come out behind Slaunch here. And again, Slaunch won't be battling with Luke for the lead, but this does open it up a little bit, because now Slaunch has an opportunity staying out this extra lap, where if Luke catches up to him, Slaunch can hold up some time here and maybe make it interesting for himself and the rest of that pack later in the race. Or if Luke makes a mistake, it could be more costly now not having clean air and having Slaunch in front of him. So this does spice things up a little bit. It's not going to be too much in this scenario because of where the gaps are. But also, I mean, it spices it up for Slaunch too, because he probably doesn't want anybody on his bumper. Like, he knows he's probably racing for second at this point. He'd probably rather just have that clean run and just try to put in as fast of a heater as possible. But now he might have to worry about defending a little bit. So yeah, this particular situation is kind of interesting in both ways, I think. Here we go, taking some different lines there, going into this chicane. My nose itches. I'm not touching the controller right now. Shout out to the stick drift. But Slaunch is going to have to do it now. The pits are closing. This is literal last chance. Slaunch doing it. There he goes. And we're absolutely going to spectate this. So Luke might be on for the sweep at this point. It's a big gap at this point. But I think we're going to have a banger here. There it is. But you got to remember, Roman in front on track right now, but that pit exit is a bit of a shortcut here. So Slaunch is going to have the advantage. Roman just trying to make up as much as he can. Here comes Slaunch out of the pits. Wow, I'm honestly shocked. Roman does beat him there still. It was super close, but he just gets there. But Slaunch is still there too. It's not like Roman's completely cleared him. And honestly, for Detail in 4th, who maybe had a rough lap that last lap potentially, but it looked like he was maybe making up some time the last few laps. This is probably the best thing that he could see here as well. Slaunch being close enough to Roman to battle, because if they battle, that could open up his comeback into the race as well. So I think the win, and I think Soul and Camby, I think the rest of these guys are pretty settled from what we can tell. But this 2nd, 3rd, 4th battle is on, and it's going to be on with, we're on 2 to go right now. Again, those pits just closed. We're on 2 to go. We're going to be coming to white flag. Let's see what these guys can do. So it's going to be, again, I love how these work out with the pit strategy, slow burn, everybody try to make up their time, and then here we go, 2 laps to go. Boys have at it. Let's see what they do. Roman holding on to the 2nd place right now, but will he hold on to it the whole way? Roman having a hot start to his IndyHog. Definitely his best running in the Hogs yet that we've seen. Let's see if we can continue it with another good finish. Obviously, hitting that pit road penalty in the first race, not helping him out too much. It's not going to be the best exit for Detail there. It might just be Slaunch and Roman, and Slaunch has a big run, and it's still going. He's still gaining time. That run was just going all the way down the straightaway. Can he make a crossover happen here? It's going to be hard. There's not really a way to do it. Slaunch may have to go for a rogue dive in the big hairpin, but Roman surely will protect that. But Roman's already protecting, and now Detail gets a big run. He's back in it. He's back in it already. Oh, and they do go for the dive. And look at this. This might be the move for 3rd. Roman, this has got to be what he loves to see as well. It might just be for 3rd at this point. But they're drafting. They're drafting and making up time. Unbelievable. All the way through. Got to try to be close. Ah, a little bit of a clobber in there for Detail. That's going to cost him some there. But not it on the lap. There's still a couple sections to go. But it's going to have to be some big dives here at the end. Last chance. Not a whole lot of time remaining. I thought they might have had it. They just wanted that straightaway to be a little bit longer, but Roman opens it up a little bit there, and I think Detail has a better run in the back too. I don't think this is over quite yet, but this is going to be mostly it here. Roman going for the protective line. Slaunch, does he slide out too much? He does slide out a bit. Detail back to the inside again. It is not over, but can he get the run? It's going to be really hard. He's going to have to go in hot, but Slaunch gets the run there. Detail's going to have to go for a crossover, but I think that's just going to be enough not enough time. They needed another lap. That's going to be the race. Great battle between the 3 to make it exciting for us there at the end. But yeah, they wanted another lap or 2 on that one. Would have been pretty cracked because they were really going at it at the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was Barber Moto 2. Everybody else joins us across the line for the order in that race. It's going to be Luke, Roman, Slaunch, Detail, Soul, Camby, Matt, Armada. And then for the overall, it's going to be Luke with 34 points. Detail still taking that 2nd place overall, 28 points. Roman and Slaunch tying up 27 apiece. Man, Detail, Roman, Slaunch, and Soul so far early on in the season. We'll see how it works out as we go, but well, really, Soul's a little bit off, but specifically, those 3, Slaunch, Detail, and Roman, have been so close in the start of this IndyHog season. And yeah, we're going to have some, again, I think it's going to open up. And I think once people get used to these tracks and the pits and stuff too, it's going to get even better. But low key, even with Luke taking the wins here on Barber, I think this, I mean, for just overall on-track battles wise, I mean, this feels like the most competitive the Hogs have been in a minute. So that's really nice to watch across all the track types too. We obviously had all the track types to experiment with here early on, and yeah, it's really competitive. We've already seen 1, 2, 3, 4 different Moto winners, and we're gonna see more than that. I guarantee it. Opix taking a sneak overall last week. Many different guys. Detail is the only guy. For him not having the points lead, he's the only guy that's been in the overall top 3 every week. Luke's been there twice now, taking the wins for those, but Opix was there with his win, Slaunch's 2nd one, Soul, and then now Roman got it this race. So yeah, I think it'll continue that way. But yeah, again, 26 for Soul, 5th, Camby 6th with 22. Matt and Armada tied up in the back as well, 19 apiece. 7 8 for them as well. But that's going to do it for Barber. Hope you guys enjoyed it. good battling there at the end. Yeah, good battling there at the end. So do a recap in a bit. Go through my stuff for the coming weeks as well, because dude, there's the whole fucking schedule has good tracks, but like specifically, and yeah, I'm biased because it's a lot of mine coming up, but specifically the next like month of the schedule I'm really excited about, and I think it's gonna be, I think we're gonna have some, like, I think the racing is just gonna, I think it's like slowly improving. I think it's slowly improving as we go on with the different track types, and I think it's gonna get to a nice boiling point with these next few tracks. So if you guys enjoyed Barber, I'll try to hunt for a replay here before the video's over, so I can show that. I'll see if I can find it, but that'll be it for the Moto, though. But stick around for that replay if you want to see it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next week at St. Pete, 2nd Street course race. So yeah, quick highlight in the middle of that Moto. We must have just missed it with the biggest pit running ever. Watch this. Roman, just note the gap on Slaunch. And we're there. And we're to the bumper. And we're still gaining. And we're still gaining! All the way to the pass. Oh, aggressive for it, too. All the way to the pass. I don't know how he just got that. Like, Roman, we might have to check. We might have to post-race tech, because there was definitely some NOS. Like, there is something extra on this hog. I don't know. That's at least 3 hog lengths right there. Makes it up in the one turn, and then is still gaining, and eventually still gaining all the way to the turn until the pass is made. Like, bro. That was insane. That was insane. So that needed to be highlighted. Again, see you guys next week. But yeah, that was a run. That was a run. So I don't know how that happened, but there you go.